Big breaking news is AH may well be implicated by the FBI in open investigation involving several members of Team AH. And what's even crazier is that I know for a fact that this isn't the only open investigation involving the FBI that might implicate AH. Over the last few months, I have had some fascinating conversations. Some of those I initiated myself, by the way. You and I, we're going to talk about that. And it's amazing what can happen when people are claiming they are the agents of somebody. We are talking about some of the worst criminal behavior that we have seen so far here too, and this is directed at people that they want on the side of AH. For example, they're creating false evidence. You see, signature here on this original letter, it has one person. They recreated it. They added two signatures so people would team up with AH. I mean, this is crazy times. I mean, crazy FBI investigated times indeed. All right, so hey there to all you fine folks on this fine day. By the way, I hope you are doing excellently. This post right here by Paul Baresi, this is a bombshell being dropped. Why? Because it talks about accountability for people that are going around saying that they represent or they're agents of AH. So that's a way to implicate AH and stuff and the things that they've been doing. It is absolutely crazy. I mean, here, for example, Paul Baresi brings up a federal investigation that's underway. Why? Because they went too far with yet another person. Quote, "Evil people should know when they are defeated. FBI investigation is underway. Nashville recording artist defending JD is depravedly targeted by," there's two people named here, Richard Albertini and, well, another one that loves to complain and flag stuff. So, partial name redacted. Will AH be implicated? Now, this harassment is not just limited to one person. They've been harassing multiple people. Some of the things that they have been doing are some of the worst actions that I've ever seen. Like I was saying before, we are talking about the creation of false evidence, for example, to intimidate people so that they will back AH in the narratives that they're producing. I mean, look at this post by Paul Baresi. I mean, this is absolutely unreal. So AH Sims added my name to a provocative letter written to the alleged victim of Martin Zakis, then used it to coerce her into joining their cause for AH on the lie Paul Baresi, hired by Zakis, was still out to get her. I obtained the original letter. I gave all of this to the FBI, and they're now investigating it. So if you look at this, this is an original letter created in 2015. It is an intimidation letter. This was given, again, like Paul Baresi said, to an alleged victim of someone that saw this in the past, that said that they were terrified by it. And if you look here, well, this is the original signature on it. They gave this to that person. This is a manufactured one. You can tell it's totally different. You can see all of the changes. And the biggest change here, they've put on new names. They added Paul Baresi. They added Martin Zakis. And the reason that this is happening causes them even more problems with the FBI. Why? Because they're filing false police reports to promote a narrative involving Paul Baresi, the guy they noted just there. They created false evidence of so they can tie him to JD. And they note this in these reports, by the way. I asked both parties how JD was connected. They both said that JD's attorney is Adam Waldman. Adam Waldman hired an investigator, Paul Baresi, who they believe works as a hitman to harass and to take them out. By the way, you'll notice right here at the top, they tie in someone else too, someone by the name of ThatUmbrellaGuy. So that's how I know about this stuff. And even though the police said that this is fake. They end up closing this stuff out. They have to forward it to the FBI for jurisdictional issues. That's how the FBI, they see these reports. They see how many of them are being filed. They see how crazy this stuff is. That's yet another problem that they have. And when they tie all of this stuff together, oh man, I mean, they have some real deal issues. Now, additionally, I filed my own FBI report. Why? Because these folks were openly bragging about weaponizing the FBI, aiming it right at myself. So I've been able to add this stuff into the mix. Listen to what they're bragging about doing here, too. I mean, it really takes a certain kind of person to post this stuff and openly.
I guess I forgot to text you the memo. The feds took the report.
They did?
Absolutely. Okay. So there is a report on file against Mario Nitrini, this guy Tug, as well as, what's his name? Paul Baresi. There are criminal complaints filed in 2 states that are being forwarded back to the West Valley Division, hopefully by the end of day today.
Okay.
So.
Well, that's good news.
I'm going to send this to you. Feel free to put this on Twitter.
Okay. Do you have, Richie, because I was just talking to Christina.
But as far as those 2 names are concerned, remember, they're not just going out and doing things. They're doing things while they're claiming to be agents of AH. You have one of them outright claiming this, saying, "My name is Richard Albertini. I was in a conspiracy with AH, Eric George, Richard Swartz, and Eric George to intimidate, harass, and annoy JD in an effort to destroy him and his reputation, ruin his career, stress him out, and make him drop his lawsuit against AH." Now, this other person that is noted as involved, first of all, they have been in communication in the past with AH's team and with other people surrounding AH for sure. They have spent tens of thousands of dollars trying to get a retrial aimed at JD, and they were there at the trial. They were around one of 5 people supporting AH, even handing out handbills where they built at their own cost an entire website and research dedicated to AH. Getting crazy people to work with you. Who would have thought that might be against the FBI rules, right? That's a way to get sued too. But anyway, let me know what you think about this, and as always, appreciate the heck out of you. Want to help the channel? There are links in the description. Also, check out ThatUmbrellaGuy.com. That's where we have all of our merchandise that helps us out. Share this stuff everywhere too. Thank you for being here too. I can't say that enough. Appreciate you. Going to end here. Thank you again. See you soon.